Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. General Hospital spoilers. Nina, Rick and Ava love triangle reunited besties. Both fall for Silver Fox attorney. General Hospital, GH. Spoilers reveal that Rick Lansing's Rick Hurst return to the canvas has been a big success so far. Despite Rick's time away, he fits right in like he never left. We have to give Rick Hurst props for his ability to work well with just about any co-star. Rick felt like he belonged in Port Charles the moment he stepped back on canvas, so let's hope he sticks around long enough to find love. Although Rick is clearly interested in rekindling things with Elizabeth Baldwin, Rebecca Hurst, he may not get his wish if Lucky Spencer, Jonathan Jackson, has anything to say about it. It feels like the show's already positioning Lucky and Liz for an inevitable reunion, so who might Rick get paired up with instead? Rick married Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watros, once upon a time, but his mind was on her fortune and her mother since he had an affair with Madeleine Reeves, Donna Mills, while they were scheming. However, that was a long time ago, so now Rick might be poised to legitimately fall for Nina in a new romantic story. We certainly see some chemistry between Nina and Rick, so that may be why GH writers have had her push him to be Ava Jerome's Maura West attorney. There are past issues between Ava and Rick too, but now he's decided to relent on representing her. Of course, Rick has vowed to bury Ava if she's not being honest about Christina Corinthos Davis, Kate Muncy, accident, but Ava swears she's telling the truth and has accepted his legal help. Since Ava and Rick arguably have some chemistry of their own, there's the potential for a messy love triangle here. Nina and Ava's friendship fell apart because they both wanted to be the center of Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Benard, world. Instead of helping Nina fix her marriage like she promised, Ava tried to steal Sonny for herself. Now that Ava and Nina's friendship is being repaired, will they wind up fighting over a different man entirely? Could a Nina, Rick, and Ava love triangle make things complicated? Our predictions point to Rick stirring up plenty more trouble one way or another, so stay tuned for updates on his love life and any surprising news in the coming weeks. General Hospital spoilers say Nina and Ava's attempt to fix their bond could end in disaster if they aren't careful. In Port Charles, drama lurks around every corner, but this time it's not just about mob wars or medical mysteries. There's a steamy new love triangle that's about to shake things up. Reunited best friends Nina Reeves and Ava Jerome find themselves entangled in a seductive and unexpected love triangle, with none other than Rick Lansing, the dashing Silver Fox attorney, at the center. What starts as an innocent reunion between old friends quickly spirals into something much more dangerous, both for their hearts and their rekindled friendship. A complicated reunion. Nina and Ava have always had a tumultuous history, yet over the years, they've somehow managed to move past the bitterness. From rivals to uneasy allies, and finally to something resembling friends, it's been a long road. Now, with Ava struggling to rebuild her life after her disastrous marriage to Nicholas and Nina grappling with her messy love life with Sonny, the two women find themselves leaning on each other more than ever. The women reconnect over drinks at the Metro Court, reminiscing about the crazy paths that brought them together and apart. The tension of their pasts seems to have melted away, until a suave, charming figure walks into their conversation. Enter Rick Lansing. Rick Lansing returns. The last time Rick Lansing was in Port Charles, his life was a mess. From his involvement with the mob to his rocky relationship with Elizabeth, Rick's departure left many unresolved issues. But now he's back with a fresh outlook, a sharp suit, and an agenda that's equal parts legal and personal. He's returned as one of the top attorneys in the state, making waves in both the courtroom and in the social circles of Port Charles. But it's not long before his return turns into something far more complicated, especially when his eyes meet both Nina's and Ava's. Rick and Nina have a history, one filled with deception and heartbreak. He once played a role in Nina's descent into madness, but he's now a changed man, or so he claims. Despite their past, Nina finds herself drawn to him, unable to ignore the spark that still lingers between them. There's a chemistry between them that's undeniable, and Nina, with her vulnerable heart, finds herself teetering on the edge of falling for him again. Meanwhile, Ava, who prides herself on being strong and independent, can't help but be intrigued by Rick. There's something about his mysterious aura, his powerful presence, and his ability to look into her soul that unsettles her in all the right ways. The bad girl in Ava is drawn to the danger that Rick represents, and she begins to see him as a man who can help her regain control of her life. But little do Nina and Ava know, they are falling for the same man. Tension builds between friends. As Rick grows closer to both women, the once solid friendship between Nina and Ava begins to crack. They both notice that Rick is spending more time around them, but neither wants to admit their feelings to the other. Ava, always the fierce one, tries to downplay her growing attraction to Rick, telling herself it's just a fling, something to pass the time as she rebuilds her life. Nina, however, can't help but fantasize about what it would be like to finally find love again after the disaster with Sonny. She starts to see Rick as her chance at a new beginning. Things come to a head when Nina and Ava run into each other at one of Rick's legal galas, both unaware that the other had been invited by Rick. The tension between the two women is palpable, and it doesn't take long for subtle jabs to turn into heated arguments. Ava accuses Nina of being weak, falling for another man who's bound to hurt her, while Nina fires back, accusing Ava of being reckless, chasing after a man just to prove she still has her edge. It becomes clear that their friendship may not survive this new rivalry. Rick's torn heart. While Nina and Ava's relationship fractures, Rick finds himself caught in the middle of a situation he never expected. Both women represent something different for him. With Nina, there's the hope of redemption, the possibility of mending old wounds and finding love where he least expected it. Nina's vulnerability tugs at his heart, and he finds himself wanting to protect her, even from himself. Ava, on the other hand, is the fire he can't resist. She's fierce, unapologetic, and thrilling in a way that makes his pulse race. Rick knows that being with Ava could lead to nothing but trouble, but he can't help the attraction that's pulling him toward her. Ava challenges him, makes him feel alive in a way he hasn't felt in years. And Rick is torn between the comfort of Nina's potential love and the passion that Ava ignites in him. Secrets, lies, and a dangerous game. As the love triangle intensifies, so do the secrets and lies. Rick, trying to juggle his feelings for both women, begins to make promises he may not be able to keep. He finds himself spinning webs of deception, telling Nina that his feelings for her are true, while simultaneously giving in to Ava's seductive advances. It's only a matter of time before the truth comes out, and when it does, it's bound to be explosive. Port Charles is no stranger to love triangles, but this one is different. With Nina and Ava's long history and Rick's troubled past, the stakes are higher than ever. As Rick's feelings for both women grow, so does the danger of the situation. Ava and Nina are both powerful in their own right, and neither is willing to let go of the man they believe could be their future. The fallout. In typical Port Charles fashion, this love triangle is set to implode in dramatic fashion. As secrets are revealed and trust is shattered, Nina and Ava will find themselves facing a choice. Will they fight for Rick's heart, or will they realize that no man is worth losing their friendship over? As for Rick, his actions will have far-reaching consequences. Whether he chooses Nina's tender love or Ava's fiery passion, his decision will leave a lasting impact on all three of them, and on the future of Port Charles itself. With love, betrayal, and heartbreak looming on the horizon, this is one story that will keep General Hospital fans on the edge of their seats.